All right, what is going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel and another episode of Bike Quick Talks. So what are we going to be talking about today? We're going to be talking about bike locks and which one you should have and the different types that are out there. But before I get into today's video, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button if you are new to my channel. That way you don't miss any of my great videos. And if you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that little bell icon next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any awesome bike content here. So, bike locks. Have I used a bike lock before? Yeah, I've used bike locks before. Everybody who has a bike has used a bike lock before. So today we're going to be talking about different types of bike locks that I've used and that are out there for people to use. Now, you got everything from your standard cable lock to a ULock to pretty much a hefty, beefy kryptonite chain lock out there. The one that I have today that I'm mainly focusing on going to be the cable lock and of course the ULock, but I will go over the chain lock at the end. I just don't have one of those on hand because they are huge and they weigh a ton. So pretty much I have two different types of cable locks here. This one is going to be your little combo cable lock. This one's going to be a little bit beefier of a key lock, essentially you can say. So I'll start with this little combo lock here. So pretty much what this one is a 4 combo lock. Pretty much you put in your little combo here, which I just remembered because I had it written down on that tag over there, and pop, it comes apart. And this one is a pretty short cable is what this one's for. What I use this for, I don't really remember. I think it was kind of an extra that I used for, bikes when I had my own bike shop when I was in Hawaii. But this one's pretty simple lock. This one here, downfall with this is it is very, very small. So with that being the case, with it being small, and these are actually just wound, it looks like they're not weaved together, it looks like inside of here. So with this one, if you could cut this with a simple pair of cable cutters, little wire cutters, that's all you need. In those, in a little bit of time, you could cut through this lock easy. If you don't do that, you could easily guess the combination after a while, or break it or anything along those lines. So that's gonna be kind of the downfalls of the little small one. It does work good for like a smaller kid's bike. If you're really forgetful, you can get this one with a combo on here. I'm a big key person, so this is my other cable lock that I have. This is actually I think this is a Trek brand. I think it's a Trek branded kryptonite if I remember right. So this one here, as you can tell, it's a lot thicker of a cable. Just holding the two of these up to each other, you can tell that is a gigantic cable versus this. So why do I prefer a key lock? Well, you get rid of that whole second part of that being, the second downfall to that combo lock is someone could guess your combo, or if they see you put it in, they can just put your combo in too, and away goes your bike. So with the key lock, pretty much once this is locked up here, if they don't have the key, they're not unlocking it through here unless they want to pick the lock. That's the only way there. With this one, I mean, you may be able to cut through with some wire cutters. I never cut through anything this big with a pair of wire cutters. You probably can, but I have not done that. So you probably could. You probably need something a little bit bigger. This is a bit more of a theft deterrent than that little tiny thin one. If someone sees this, they're generally going to stay away. If they see that, they may. But there's a little bit of chance they have some wire cutters or something on their hands, your bike is gone. So that's going to be the first option there, key and a combo cable lock. Next one we're going to talk about is the good old trusty ULock here. Now, what is so good about this one? This is actually the Kryptonite CryptoLock Series 2. This one I actually got my wife back when we first got out of school, and she was commuting to work on her bike every day. And so I needed her to have a good hefty lock so she wouldn't come out and her bike wouldn't be there when she got out of work. So we got her this here, and this lock honestly is probably one of your better options. So you might be wondering, well, how are you supposed to lock your bike up with this? I mean, it's only a U. It's not going to reach your whole bike. How are you supposed to do that exactly? Well, with a ULock, let me go ahead and unlock this lock here. It's been a long time since it's been opened. There we go. So with the ULock, you take that off and you have your U part and you have your base here. So generally your best bet to do it is to park your bike alongside the rack. You're going to go ahead right here, right between the rear wheel and the frame there, right in that rear triangle. That way it locks both your rear wheel and your frame together to the bike rack. So that's the best way to use that lock there. Generally, this one's much more secure. You're not cutting through with wire cutters. You got to use bolt cutters or something, some kind of a grinder or something to get through that. That's the benefit of this. People see this and they're not going to come for your bike. Now, there are some older ULocks that were not designed well with the lock core. Generally, they're kind of the ones that actually have like the circle-shaped key. You can use like a Bic pen a lot of times to open them. So make sure you look at what the key looks like. If it's actually like a key, or like a kind of a little stick instead of a round kind of circular lock, you want those. You don't want the round circular locks. So that's going to be your ULock. And the nice thing you can do with a ULock that makes it a really nice option is you can essentially get an extension cable just like this here. And this extension cable you can hook onto here. You can actually run it through your front wheel, and you can hook it onto your ULock. And you can lock right over that. And now you have your actual frame and your rear tire locked. And you also have it locked to your front wheel here. So really, nobody's gonna be looking at your bike to steal your bike unless it's a really nice bike and you're in a bad part of town. Don't do that. So this is the way to go. You know, if you're looking for a simple but very effective way to lock your bike, ULock and extension lock here, you're gonna be set. So the last one I mentioned, I don't have an example on me, but Kryptonite does make a chain style lock. So essentially, it's gonna have generally has like a padlock portion to it, and then a pretty much beefy chain. I'm gonna post a picture right up here so you can see what it looks like. That is like a hefty lock. If you are going somewhere where your bike shouldn't be, but you gotta go there, that is the lock you should take. Nobody's getting through that. You gotta use like a grinder and make a lot of noise to cut through that lock. Downfall with it is freaking heavy. I have held them before at bike shops I've worked at, and they are ridiculously heavy locks, which is why I don't have one, because they're so heavy. I really don't want to carry one around with me. If I want to carry something, it's going to be the ULock or one of my cable locks. So that's the downfall there. But if you're looking for something that nobody's going to be able to cut through, that chain lock is your lock to go with. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did find this interesting, please leave a video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. If you have any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys. Love answering any questions you have. All these locks I talked about today, I'll be posting a link in the description as well if you guys are interested in learning more about them. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching today.